Hey guys, this is FPL Tips and welcome to the first episode of our podcast. So tonight with us we have two core team members of FPL Tips, Abhishek Abhayankar and Aniruddh Naik. In this episode we'll be talking about some transfer rumors, resuming of the Premier League and about Manchester City. So my first question is, what are the transfer rumors you've come across this COVID-19 break and how many of them you think will really happen?
I would like to start with Sancho to United. I think for United, Sancho is certainly going to be a great signing if it happens. But I think that Dortmund are asking about like 120 million for Sancho, and I think due to the current economic crisis that will be created due to COVID-19, I don't think he'll join United in the summer.
Yeah, so I agree with Abhishek. I don't think the Sancho transfer will happen. Not only because of the COVID-19 case, it's also because not United but many other clubs also are heavily linked to Sancho. Like Chelsea, for one, Chelsea, because of their transfer ban, they weren't able to sign for the past two windows, and now they'll be like there's a rumor that they'll be ready to spend big. So I think Chelsea could also get hold of Jadon Sancho. Yeah, so actually, I would actually want to talk about a different rumor that is Aubameyang to Real Madrid. So Real Madrid actually have set a deadline for Arsenal, saying that June 15 is the last date till when Arsenal have a chance to accept the transfer, even though the current details are not given. There could also be an exchange of players between Luka Jovic, who's currently not in the best of form at Real Madrid, to Arsenal, plus cash for Aubameyang. Uh, I think it won't be a good deal for Arsenal because Aubameyang is kind of their goal scorer and he dictates the play. So and Jovic is still very unproven. So, but I think it will be a possibility because Aubameyang would want to go for bigger targets.
Arsenal is in a really bad situation with Aubameyang because his contract expires in 2021 and they're getting around 50 million right now from Real Madrid. If they don't sell him right now, he'll go for free next year, which will really affect the transfer market for Arsenal. Another rumor which surfaced a lot was Timo Werner to Liverpool. I think this move is really close as Klopp was in contact with him for a really long time and I think it will happen soon. But it might put an adverse effect on Firmino's playing time and game, as I think Timo Werner is a better striker than Firmino, but Firmino is a better false line player.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Liverpool, the way Firmino plays, it really helps them a lot. So, like, I
Yeah,
think they need that false nine in their system. So, if they
yeah.
add a real striker like Timo Werner, it might not be that effective for them.
I mean, I definitely agree because the way Timo Werner plays is completely different from how Liverpool plays. Even though many critics are suggesting that it's similar, but the role Firmino plays to link up both the wingers, I don't think Timo Werner can do that job that easily. But if you see on the long term, I think Timo Werner is quite young. I think he's 24. I think it'll be a good for the future. It'll probably be good because there are rumors of both Salah and Mane leaving Anfield.
Yeah.
Talking about strikers, Mertens has been heavily linked with Chelsea and Lampard has been in close contact with him. I think the deal is almost done. What do you guys think about this? And what about Tammy Abraham and his future? He was an upcoming player for Chelsea and had played exceptional this season before his injury. It would really affect his growth with Mertens creating a huge impact on Chelsea. What are your views?
I actually disagree with you about the Tammy Abrams' growth because first of all, Mertens is I think closing 30, right? So he's bit of more experience, and the reason Frank Lampard is considering him is because Chelsea really suffered this season when Tammy Abraham got injured. Michi Batshuayi, Oliver Giroud, both of them were not able to step in his shoes. So I have a feeling that maybe he'll alternate between both, and he's got Reece Mertens to kind of balance the side while Tammy Abraham can continue his growth. So I don't think he'll really eat into Tammy Abraham's game time, but I think both of them will thrive under this system. And Mertens is like he's a proven goal scorer. For around 10 years, he's been very consistent in this area.
Absolutely no doubt. A proven goal scorer, consistent and has experience. Chelsea should really go for this transfer and get him at Stamford Bridge.
Like the style that Frank Lampard wants to implement at Chelsea, it won't suit somebody like Olivier Giroud. It will suit Dries Mertens more. So I think he'll definitely be a great
Yeah,
addition. Yep. So another player who is linked to Chelsea is Philippe Coutinho. Uh, I don't
yeah,
honestly. I don't think that this transfer would happen because I think Barca, for the money they bought him, they will definitely be looking to sell him for a
yeah.
great great amount. So yeah, what's your opinion?
Also, another thing with Coutinho is that he doesn't fit into Lampard's system because Chelsea play with two defensive midfielders in between, two wing backs and three forwards. Also, with the signing of Hakeem Ziyech and players like Pulisic and maybe Mertens, I think Coutinho will struggle to get game time at Chelsea.
Yeah, I think Coutinho will have the same problem that he had in Barcelona because both Chelsea and Barcelona do not play center attacking midfielders. And
Yep.
right now, Chelsea's midfield is one part where they're not really having problems with Kante and Jorginho and Kovacic being in the form of his life. So I don't
Absolutely.
think Coutinho will be a good purchase at all, especially for the money that they will be demanding
Yep.
for him. So another transfer that's on the ropes is Ruben Diaz to Manchester City. I think the reported cost is around 70 to 80 million. And Pep Guardiola is definitely on the hunt for a new centre back because after Aymeric Laporte got injured last season, they've been really suffering because Stones and Otamendi both are not good enough for a City.
Also, just not last season, even this season when he got injured and other centre backs like Stone got injured, City did suffer. They did have a dent on their Titan contention and they did suffer a lot. Also, playing Fernandinho out of role as a centre back did work a bit, but City need a long term replacement as even Fernandinho's contract expires in a year. Okay, another City player we really want to know is about Leroy Sané. There have been a lot of rumors about him going to Bayern last transfer window and this COVID-19 break too. So, what exactly is the status regarding him?
Bayern want Leroy Sané for approximately like something 50 million, but City want more than 100 million for him. So I think that's going to be a problem. But I think Sane personally, he will definitely want this transfer because I think
Yeah,
at City he will not be getting that much of playing time, and I think
yeah,
at Bayern he's definitely going to have a great career because I mean with that front three like Leva, Gnabry, and Sane, it's going to be amazing if it happens for Bayern.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree because I think Sane fits perfectly into that system, and I think he'll be comfortable around because they have a lot of German players who are his teammates in the national team. And I think even if City don't agree to a smaller fee, I think Sane will definitely try to force out a move.
About City, I just wanted to like discuss about like as David Silva is retiring at the end of the season. So, do you think that Phil Foden can be a replacement for David Silva, or do you think they'll have to sign another midfielder?
The case with Phil Foden is that City have been linked with Hussein Orar for about 40 million, and I think they're going to go for him, which will definitely hamper Phil Foden as Orar is going to play in the David Silva role, and yet again Foden won't get the start he needs to grow as a player at City.
So, like you said, if they do go in for Hussein Awar, it'll definitely hamper Phil Foden's development. And I feel Phil Foden is definitely up for it because we've all seen the quality that he has shown even with limited game time. Like especially in the Carabao Cup final against Aston Villa, he played brilliantly in that game where he got a start. So I think they shouldn't sign Awar, but if they do, I think Phil Foden should now maybe look for a move away if he doesn't get regular
Yeah.
game time, just like Sancho did.
Yep. So about City, if the UEFA ban is upheld, what
Yeah.
what effect would that have on City?
So yeah, in regard to the ban that Manchester City might face from the Champions League, many of their star players could try to get a move away, especially their best player Kevin De Bruyne. He has been integral in their title challenges for the past few years, and I think him leaving will be a massive blow. And himself as a player, he has hinted quite a few times in the press that he will want to move away if the ban is upheld. So, how do you guys think that will affect the entire Man City squad overall?
With Kevin De Bruyne, I think Manchester City will have an adverse effect if he leaves. Their entire attack system certainly depends on him. His involvement in each attack, be it crosses, passes, or ball distribution that Kevin De Bruyne handles, is phenomenal. He also plays a good role defensively, as he's the first one to put in tackles, then come the central defensive midfielders, and then the centre backs and defenders. So Kevin De Bruyne leaving will create a huge void at Manchester City, and I don't think there's certainly any other player in the world that can fill that void. So this was the end of part 1. Part 2 will be coming up next week. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. If there are any other topics you want us to cover, mention them in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more such video. This is FPL Tips signing off. Cheers.